After 7 long years, the Crabcore Kings themselves are finally back. Attack Attack is now returning with a new single, All My Life. The only difference is now, well, I guess it's not the only difference because they left before the band disbanded in about 2013. They don't have Caleb Shomo, who is now pretty much the main guy in Beartooth, and they don't have Johnny Frank, who is now working on his project Bill Murray, and both of them are very successful in this, so it seemed kind of unlikely that they would return to Attack Attack. For those of you who don't know, Attack Attack is a metalcore, electronic core band from Columbus, Ohio that started about 2007. In 2013, they officially disbanded and broke up, and I believe it was actually over a physical confrontation. But the main two guys that everybody was hoping would come back, Caleb Shomo and Johnny Frank, they left way before the actual disbandment. They left for different reasons, and I'm assuming they're not coming back to it just because now they're knee deep in their own projects. And if you're not familiar with the term crabcore, I feel like that's a pretty important part to who this band is, what their new music is, and this review pretty much, because crabcore, it's honestly, it's more of just a joke more than anything else that actually means anything. It doesn't actually have anything to do with music. It's more of a playing style that these guys started to do, where they had their guitars really low and they basically get down like a crab during breakdowns of some of their old music, during the heavy parts and heavy riffage, and in music videos and live performances they would do this, and it was really goofy, but at the same time it was really cool back then, back like 2008 and 9. I believe All My Life is about having a friend in your life that was fake and kind of put you down in certain ways, and they're just not really good for you, and you kind of say like he's been breathing smoke and seeing smoke all of his life, and it's like smoke and mirrors kind of deal. I think that's what he means by seeing and breathing in smoke. And it starts out with this generic kind of electronic intro that almost every single band in this genre does nowadays. It sounds okay and the vocals sound really good, but not really for Attack Attack if we're gonna like think back to their old music. And the verse is pretty boring, and the pre-chorus is basically the same thing as the verse musically, but they add in like this little bass beat. That's about it. The chorus is pretty empty and repetitive and also kind of boring. Attack Attack used to write just these fat, catchy, hooky choruses that you wanted to listen to over and over again. And the second verse steps things up quite a bit and introduces distorted vocals before going into the breakdown. And I'm not gonna lie, it does actually sound half decent. It isn't that bad, and it does bring a lot more energy to the song, which I feel like this song is lacking anyways. And I feel like that really isn't like that energetic. It's just the rest of the song is just that dull. The best thing about the breakdown is the harmonies, which aren't really anything to write home about. I mean, the main riff in it is something that any band and every band is basically doing right now. It's just basic as hell and not very exciting. The final chorus tries to implement like this epic climax, which it kind of fails at. It repeats the phrase "all my life" 11 times, and that's about it. Basically, what we have is just another knockoff version of Architects trying to fit into the mainstream metalcore, which we could kind of, we could just label this as just another crappy mainstream generic metalcore song that just sounds like everything else. Attack Attack used to kind of stick to their own lane, and they used electronic beats and melodies to enhance their awesome songwriting, distorted vocals, and their organic instruments. There's guitars and awesome drum work, and now it's quite the opposite. Now it's electronic music with some real instruments thrown in there and sprinkled out. And I gotta admit, they were never like the most original sounding band, and some of their songs were a little cheesy at times, but when you heard one of their songs, you knew you were listening to Attack Attack. And it might have been a guilty pleasure for a lot of people, but a lot of us loved it, and we were all about Attack Attack. And now, like I said, they're just this cheap knockoff version of Architects, and what every other band right now is trying to do that because that's what's making a lot of money and building big fan bases. Instead of making music that has soul and feeling, they're just playing things that get the most radio play. And I feel like that's what this is. And unfortunately, without certain band members, it just seems kind of like a cash grab. Because this is nothing what the old Attack Attack used to be. and it just isn't Attack Attack. And I know a lot of people are going to come at me with, but Aaron, bands evolve and their sounds change and you're just not getting with the times, and it's been 7 years since they played together. Of course their sound's going to change, which I would completely understand and respect, but I'm giving them a little bit harder time in this case because that's not what they marketed. For this song, they did some heavy marketing on Instagram. Well, I guess it wasn't that heavy. They made a few posts on Instagram saying that the crab has returned and crabcore is coming back, and the just marketing this crabcore image that we all had, which brings us back to heavy breakdowns, metalcore, soaring choruses that are huge and fat, catchy riffs, catchy just everything. Music that you want to keep listening to over and over again because it just sounds that good. Even if, like I said, at times it's kind of cheesy, you just can't help but love it. And when they released this, it's just, all my life is just not that. It's not something I want to keep listening to. It's not crabcore. We all got lied to from the Instagram posts. I mean, it's just, if they wouldn't have done that, if they would have started releasing little snippets here and there, and they're like, Attack Attack is back with a whole new sound, then yeah, I'd be like, you know what, this is all right. It's not that bad of a sound. If this is the direction they want to go in, it's not the greatest thing I've ever heard, but hopefully they'll get better after time since they haven't played for 7 years together. But instead they market like a metalcore thing and they release this crappy thing that sounds like everything else now. So with all that said, I gotta give All My Life by Attack Attack a 1 out of 5. And I feel like I speak for everybody when we got excited that they were talking about the crab has returned and they're just hyping up the crabcore. I just wish that they didn't do that. It would be a completely different outcome because now you had fans of the genre that they were in and the style of music that they play and who were getting hyped about it. We wanted them to come back. We were so excited. So when they released this, I mean, I feel like I speak for a lot of old school fans that fell into the hype of crabcore, that this song sucks. And if you've listened to it, leave a comment below letting me know what you thought, what you would rate it. If you haven't, I'm going to leave a link for it in the description below. It's a 3-minute long song. It goes by a lot quicker than that. And go ahead and give it a listen and let me know what you would rate it. And if you enjoyed this review, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, feel free to give me a thumbs down. But at the same time, let me know why you disagree, why you think, I don't know, I would like to know why someone who likes this song likes it. Especially if they were a fan. If this is your first time hearing Attack Attack, then yeah, you might like it. And if you got anything you want me to review, new or old, leave a comment down below letting me know what it is, album, EP, single, whatever. Throw it up on the request board and we'll get you squared away on Request Wednesday. And please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. That way you get notified and you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. It helps me help you. You support my channel and then you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Unless if that's what you want to do, then I guess you could do that too. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day and you're staying safe out there, listening to some good music and not horrible music. And I will talk to you guys next time.
I was trying to ignorant kid relying on my parents' said to save me. Years gone by,